Strategy versus tactics. Can your team do both? Probably not. Good morning, everybody. Today, Ruby and myself are talking about the difference between being a strategic leader, a strategic thinker, and those who have to roll up their sleeves and execute. Are those the same people? Can they do the hard yards of the executional piece and be above the clouds thinking about what the next thing is? Likely not. And that's not their fault. It's usually a situation where strategy gets glossed over as planning. Strategy is not planning. Strategy is trying to figure out where is the market going, what do our customers really need, how do they need to interact with us, what are the headwinds in the market, tariffs, what are the things other than that are going to impact what we're doing as a business. The planning is then everything that we need to do to go out and execute against the strategy. And then there's the pure tactical execution. Let's do the things. And so, are those usually the same people? Rarely. If I'm a deep subject matter expert about Google advertising, do I have the know-how, the experience, the punched in the facedness of understanding how the market will respond to that very tactical, very pointed tool called Google advertising? Maybe. Likely not. So it becomes a very interesting conversation when we try to ask tactical people, the executioners, to be strategists. Not easy. So structurally, what does that turn into from a business perspective? What do we need to help people do? Strategy is always about more than do what we're going to think about and do. What are we not going to do? And that's the hard part of being a strategist. We have to understand the difference between how the market is going to respond and how we're going to behave. And that's really hard when you're in the weeds, rolling your sleeves up to go execute something, whatever that something is. So for today, think about that. Look at your team very clear-eyed, very objectively. Do we ask people who are tacticians to be strategists? And if we're doing that, what are the implications? Vice versa. We try to ask tacticians who need to be strategists to do that work. My statement is, usually we're asking people to go against the grain, to go against their nature, to go against their skills and abilities. And that's really hard to be successful. All right, Ruby says, strategy versus tactics. It's not versus, it's and. Who's doing what? How are you going to do it? Who's going to be best served by being in the strategy seat, owner of the business, the entrepreneur, leader of the team, and who is going to be best served by being tactical, rolling up their sleeves, subject matter expertise, platform independence, platform depth and experience. These are the things you need to think about. All right, now for today, walking and talking with Ruby.